Let's read this here now. We have the gerund. We are discussing the gerund here. It says the ing form of the verb could be a gerund or a participle. We must understand that they both are not the same. When the ing form of the verb functions like a noun, then it is a gerund. In other words, the gerund occupies place which otherwise would have been occupied by a noun. So you will say, swimming is my favorite sport. Here, swimming is the subject of the sentence and can be replaced by a noun. Cricket is my favorite sport. So we know that gerund is basically nothing but the ing form of the verb, right? It is the ing form of the verb acting like a noun. So this gerund is basically the ing form of the verb acting like a noun. This is basically the difference. That means basically I can always replace the gerund with a noun and the sentence would still make complete sense. For example, swimming is my favorite sport, right? I can always say cricket is my favorite sport and the sentence makes complete sense. So the cricket would have been the noun of would have been the subject and a noun, and swimming here is the subject and it is acting like a noun, right? Nishant is swimming. Here swimming is part of the verb and functions very much like a verb. Nishant, what is Nishant? Nishant is swimming. Here now this swimming is basically a very much a part of the verb and therefore it is a part of the verb and it is not a gerund. And you try to play swimming with cricket. Nishant is cricket. No, it is not possible. Right? Because this shows action, right? And because it shows action, it is a verb, it is a part of the verb, it is not a gerund. Nishant is my swimming coach. Right? It says here, swimming is not a part of the verb, but instead qualifies a noun. Here, swimming acts like an adjective. It is the present participle. So here basically it's acting like an adjective and therefore it is the participle. So we can say that the gerund is the ing form of the verb acting like a noun and the participle basically acts like an adjective, right? It describes something. Let's go and discuss more about gerunds. It further says, just as a noun can be a subject of a sentence, direct object of a verb, subject complement or object of preposition, also a gerund can be a subject of a sentence. So walking is good for health. Here walking is the gerund because it is the ing form of the verb, but it is acting like a noun. And how do we come to know that? You can replace walking with oranges. Walking is good for health, oranges are good for health. The gerund walking acts like a noun, just as oranges does in the other example. In the other example, we have oranges are good for health. Here we have walking is good for health. So basically, this is nothing but a gerund, the ing form of the verb, acting like a noun. My teacher does not like my writing, correct? So my teacher does not like my face. And here you have replaced face with writing. So basically, the gerund writing acts like a noun and is the object of the verb. My teacher does not like. Does not like what? Something. And therefore, this something is nothing but the object of the verb. Similarly, my teacher does not like my face. The gerund writing acts like a noun and is the object of the verb, just as face in the other example. Right? So here we had the subject of the sentence as a gerund. Here we have the object of the verb as a gerund. And this gerund is similar to oranges and this gerund is similar to my face, right? So basically what we are trying to explain through these examples is that gerund is anytime always replaceable with a noun. You can always do this effortlessly and this shows that yes, this is a gerund because it can be easily replaced by a noun. My favorite pastime is reading. My favorite fast food is pizza. So the way your favorite fast food is pizza, which is nothing but a noun, your favorite pastime is reading, which is nothing but a gerund. The gerund reading is the complement of the subject. My favorite the pastime is reading. The fast food is pizza. Right? So the gerund reading is the complement of the subject pastime, just as in the other sentence, pizza is the complement of the subject fast food, right? And my teacher reprimanded me for misbehaving. My teacher reprimanded me for bad behavior, correct? So here what we have bad behavior is basically behavior is nothing but a noun. And here we have the gerund misbehaving. And just the way behavior is acting like the object of the preposition for, similarly here we have misbehaving acting like the object of the preposition for, right? The gerund misbehaving is the object of the preposition for, just as the noun behavior is the object of the preposition for. That means the gerund can be a subject of a sentence, like here, walking is good for health. It can be the direct object of the verb, my teacher does not like my writing. It can be the subject complement, my favorite pastime is reading. And it can be the object of preposition, my teacher reprimanded me for misbehaving, right? So we have seen that the gerund is nothing but a noun. The only difference is that the gerund is the ing form of the verb acting like.